Welcome back everybody to Crypto Mindset. We're looking today at Vechain. We start with the weekly time frame. Okay, this is the longer time frame. Now you can see we've been trading. We got dumped here. Okay, this is the data that we have on the chart. That was our high. It goes higher, but that's the data on Binance chart, like the 0.027. We had a serious dump there, a bounce, then we got rejected again. We made this bottom information, rounded bottom. We topped here in the wick, then we had this double bottom. You can see this is a double rounded bottom. Now you can see as well, we made this huge volume here, huge uptick in volume here. This is amazing volume relative to that volume before, to all 2019. That means we are basically out of the woods. From my opinion, we are out of the woods. In an investor perspective, this is the time to buy Vechain. Doesn't matter if you get the absolute bottom here or the absolute bottom here. Risk reward ratio, you can see if you buy, let's say, this price today, all right, you can see the risk reward ratio. If it goes to the all-time high, and it will probably go much higher than that in few months or years, I believe in years. You can see the risk reward ratio, you can be down 43% if you buy now, and it's gonna go to the bottom if Bitcoin gonna crash. But if Bitcoin will not crash, will go sideways or something like that, we will probably continue trading higher. Now you can gain 4x if we go to that level again, and we're probably gonna go there because the community is really strong, the fundamentals are strong, the technicals are strong. We look like we're starting a bullish trend. We're shifting from bearish trend. This is our bearish trend. We went sideways, and now we're gonna move to bullish trend. If it's gonna decide to go down to this level again, okay, to this level again, I have limit orders waiting to buy some here, because I believe that if it's gonna go lower here, it's gonna wick down. People will buy like they bought here. You can see there is a high interest in Vechain. People like to buy this, like to trade it, like to invest in this token. So people gonna buy that dip if it's gonna go there, and we're gonna have some serious bounce, and it probably goes in line with the next parabolic move of Bitcoin. Okay, but let's see what's gonna happen. I wanted to talk to you about the risk reward ratio, the investor perspective. Are we in a good buying area? Is this area now is a good buying area? And I think, oh sorry about that, I think we're really in a really good buying area right now. We are in the lows of the lows. For my opinion, anything under this range, in this range, this is a good buying area. Of course, if you can get the bottoms, the bottom, that will be perfect. This could be a good dip. Let's look on the daily chart to see it's better. You can see this looks like a good dip. You can see we made a move, one move up, then we have the correction. This is the correction, the Elliott wave correction, ABC. Let me show you the Elliott wave correction. Yes, this one. You can see we start here. That's the first retrace, pullback, and it could be the low. It could be this wave of correction, but it also could be that we're gonna go a bit lower if Bitcoin gonna go, if it's gonna crash now again. It could go lower. It could go to this bottom, but it doesn't matter. In the long run, this ABC correction is going to be done soon, and we're gonna continue moving higher. That's for sure. That's absolutely for sure. We have this volume here. We have everything here. The only reason I can think about Vechain is going down and continuing like a new bear run to here, it's the foundation itself and the company itself will dump all their coins on the market, capitulate, and get out of wherever they live to a safe haven or something like that. But meanwhile, it looks good. We look like in a good place to buy Vechain. This is not a financial advice. You should do your own research before buying anything in the crypto world, but this is a good place to buy, for my opinion. We had a nice dip here, I'm gonna keep my eyes on that trend. If we're gonna get some serious volume in the following days, that probably was the dip, and we're gonna probably go higher. The worst case, I'm gonna add on the breakout of this resistance here, this top. If it's gonna go higher, I'm gonna probably add on this, 1 second, on the breakout of this. All right, I'm gonna buy here on confirmation, because it could do something like that and come back lower, and play with us. So we need to buy on confirmation or buy the dip. This is a good place to buy if you don't have position, and the lower range is also a good place to buy as well. If you're gonna hold it for few years or something like that, any area here, any place here will be a good buying option. Now let's look on the indicators on the daily. The Ichimoku cloud, you can see we are having this Ichimoku as resistance over our head, but this is not a bad Ichimoku cloud. You can see this cloud was really bad and we managed to go through it. Okay, now this cloud is very thin, very little, so we might break it and move higher. This could give some positive results if we can break that one as well. Let's look on the EMAs. The EMAs are acting on our heads as the resistance. You can see all the three are lining as resistance. We really need to break above these three, trade above them, and continue higher. That's the best case. We must go above them to see a shift in the trend, a continuation in the bullish trend. Now let's look on the 4 hours. The 4 hours, also the EMAs acting as resistance. You can see they're acting as resistance over our head. And yeah, basically I'm looking to see if we can make above them, and then I'm gonna probably buy here on the breakout of these EMAs if we can manage to break above them. If not, I'm gonna wait for the dip here, or maybe something like a triple bottom here, something like another week down to this area, and it might flip bullish again. And that's it basically. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and tell me what do you think about Vechain. Do you think it's a good project to invest in for the long run? Do you think it's more like a trade, something like a trade to do? What you prefer? How do you look at Vechain? Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.